Well now, good day and welcome back. My name is MrEaking and we're back in Unity today. If you went to watch my coding a character, it didn't really work out. So we're gonna go through the code here as well as I'm gonna show you it working. So actually let's just start off by showing it working. I had to fix the animations on my character too, because when I initially imported them, I rotated them before animating them, so it fucked up everything. Oh, I thought I might have just a glitch there. Okay, no, that should be fine. So now he chases the character. Oh, I had that box, yeah. Because I was testing, because logically it should have worked the way I was trying to do things. It just wasn't. So yeah, he chases you for a bit, and then goes into his roll, and he rolls in a straight line. So then if you go and stand in front of one of these, you have him to roll towards you and then roll out of the way. He'll die, and then he spawns a nice power crystal. Perfect. Exactly what we want. So how did I achieve this? It was actually a lot simpler than what I initially did. So first we need to set up our game variables. We got our power crystal, game object, the transformer of the player, so we can figure out where the player is, the animator for the boss, so we can tell what animation to play, damage to give, just to say how much damage to hurt him for, just some delay variables, move speed, which determines how quickly our character will be moving at, game object damage effect, just to set up a little poof of the purple stuff for when he gets hurt. Character state, say what state is the actual character at the moment. Can roll, thing just to make it only do things once. I'll explain that more down here. Boss health equals 1, or sorry, 3. I also have it set to public, so we can always change it in the editor if we wanted to. If we go to boss, try not that boss, and if we change that to like 5, then it'll have 5 health. But anyways, vector 3 forward, which I don't think I actually need. And a character controller. The character controller is what we're going to be using to control the movement of the boss. So first off, we want to set it to move. We can actually get rid of that. Don't need that anymore. Okay, so when the character state is move, we define the animations, and then at the start of move, invoke a roll after 4.5 seconds. So this can roll will only happen once. It'll then invoke a roll after 4.5 seconds and become false, so it won't happen again. Then what we do is we find the direction of the player compared to where the boss is, and then we rotate the boss towards the player. Then we figure out what is the forward direction for the player, and then we move the player along the forward direction, timesing it by time.delta time, so when we pause, it'll pause the boss. And then we times it by the move speed, so we can control how fast he is moving. And our move speed is again a public variable, which we can change here. So if we were to change that to 7 and then go to play, it's going to be moving a lot faster. Actually, maybe a bit more acceptable. Sorry, I just knew I was going to get him into that one. And then just a little shake of the head and that. So, anyways, so that does that. Okay, that's fine. Now invoke roll after 4.5 seconds. 4.5, it then sets the character state to roll. So then we go back up to roll here. And then it defines its animations. It says can roll is false, and we'll invoke the move once. And then we'll make this false, so this won't happen again while roll is happening. And then what we do is we just say, okay, which way are you looking right now? Okay? Keep moving that way. That's essentially what these two lines do. And we also increase it to 1.5 times the speed because when you roll, you should move a little bit faster than when you walk or chase. So that happens. So that's a nice little compact loop. As long as he never hits the player or never hits any spikes, he'll just continue to move, roll, move, roll, move, roll. But we got to have some other things in there. So we have the hurt player here. If the boss runs into the spikes or anything with a hurt player, but spikes has the hurt player script to it. Let's just go to it. Boss level, death object, hurt player. So if the player or the boss runs into it, it's going to hurt them for 1 damage, which is perfect. So what we do is we figure out, okay, what direction... Actually, no, that's needed. Or, I'll just leave it in. But yeah, hit direction and damage to give. And then we tell it to run the hurt command and send in these values. Or function, not command. So if we come down here, the public void hurt with the damage in the vector 3 direction, which is not needed. The vector 3 is not needed. Let's just save that and then go back into hurt player. And delete that. Delete that. And save. Because we actually control the knockback here. That's what that was doing, so just ignore that. Okay, so what it says is, okay, I'm hurt. Okay, after 2 seconds, let's invoke the move. But, okay, let's instantiate or create a damage effect at where the player is, or not the player, the character, the boss, but plus 1y, so it's up in the air above his head. Okay, so then we want to figure out the direction that he is facing. Easy enough, we just use this command here to figure that out. And then we want to increase it by 5, the y, so that way he has an upward direction, like he's not only looking forward, but now up a bit. And then what we want to do is just move him negative forward. Oh. Sorry, I just realized that if we try to go to pause it while he's technically getting knocked back, he will keep moving. This will prevent that. So, negative 4 times time times time dot delta time times 10, which will then knock him back. We want to set the character state to hurt. We want to damage the health of the boss by 1, or sorry, the boss health, we want to make it equal to the boss health minus the damage. The damage is done here, which is then sent in from the hurt player. Damage to give is set inside of the script. So the script here says the damage to give is 1. So we go back to our boss controller here. Okay. Well, what if our boss health is at 0? Well, in which case we want to create the power crystal. And we create it at where he is. Now we do this after we knock him back. That way the power crystal doesn't end up in the spikes. But yeah, so we knock him back and then we destroy the game object or the boss. Next we need to figure out, or okay, wait, no. Now we're in hurt state, so let's go up to hurt. Okay, if we're hurt, find the animations. That's all we're doing there. Everything else is handled inside of that function. Sorry, just trying to clean it up a bit. Okay. So the other thing we need No, I didn't just delete that. Because again, we have the death being handled inside of the damage here. Okay. Has he collided with an object? Is the object a player? Okay. Figure out the opposite direction of the way that the player is facing. And then use that information and send it to the hurt player of the health manager. So what we're doing is figuring out, okay, what's the opposite direction of what the player is moving or facing? No, not even facing, because you could be facing away and they'll still not come away. So the opposite of where the... I'm going to get paint out. If I'm here and you're here, figures out, okay, which way is the opposite way? So my way would be this way. So what way would be the opposite way? So I could be here facing this way, this way, this way, this way, or this way. But it doesn't matter because I want to go this way from this guy because that would be going away from him. If that makes sense. Hopefully it does. Don't know why I went there. Alrighty. So yes, it goes into Health Manager and then goes and plays the hurt function. Uses the damage to give, which we have inside of the Unity here under boss. Damage to give, 1. And the hit direction, which we just figured out. So if we go into the Health Manager and hurt player, it then receives the damage and direction that we sent in from the boss controller here. You can actually just save that. And then, okay, has he been hurt already? That's the first thing it checks. If the current health, and then if he's okay to be hurt again, because he's not invincible, current health is equal to current health minus the damage. So current health minus 1. We changed the UI health meter here to show 1 less Jaffa. Well, it equals the current health. Then we instigate or create a damage effect particle stars around our character's head. If the current health is less than or equal to 0, respawn. So then I have a respawn function here that tells them to then essentially go invisible and respawn. But elsewise, do a knockback. Again, it's calling another thing. Really, we don't care about all this. This is another character, all separate. So we'll go back to boss. So yeah, once it's done the damage to the player and the player is doing its own thing, we got to set up a delay counter and set the character state to delay move. So once it's set to delay move and the delay counter is set to delay length, delay length I think we have set to 1. Yeah. So what it does here is delay move. Okay, if delay counter is greater than 0. Technically, this is not needed. Because this will never run unless it's in delay move. So, never mind. What it's going to do is inside delay move, it's going to go delay counter is equal to delay counter minus delta time, or time.delta time. So it's slowly going to decrease that delay counter. And if the delay counter becomes less than 0, or equal to 0, switch back to move. And just to show those things that I removed in the script were not actually necessary. Play. And then if we hit them, stars. Huh. You get knocked back to great, but oh, it's probably because I added in that time.delta time, so it's messing it up. It's doing a smaller percentage. So let's do that at 50. And then let's go to the boss. We'll change that to 10. He just seems kind of slow and a little easy to defeat still. Yeah, well, we can't outrun him at 10. Don't get caught on there, buddy. Well, that's no good. So yeah, that knockback didn't work. But yeah, that's essentially what it's going to be happening. I need to go through and try to fix this knockback so it knocks it back further. I'll just say 500, I know it will. Or did I save it after I set it to 50? I might not have. Got to fix its collision so it doesn't collide with that. Yes and no. Huh. Well, I know if we just do times 10, that'll work. We really don't care if he moves while we're paused. It's not like he's going to be coming after us while he's moving, right? I did save that, right? Yeah. Jesus Christ, he's fast. No, he's too fast. Yeah. Can't dodge him. Jesus Christ. There we go. Oh. Well, that does give him a knockback, though. I'm having such a hard time here. Oh, I got lucky. I almost rolled right into the spikes myself. Now let's get right up here and roll out of the way. There we go. That works. Moving him back to 10. Though I noticed we had a slight problem that he was moving before the delay was done. Or he started moving, like gliding along the ground there when he hit me. That should not be happening. That's fine then. Come at me, brah. Took a little too long for him to roll. Maybe that's what I need to do, increase how quickly he rolls. How often? Oh, fuck. You know, that should hit. Yeah. He did it right there. Alright. You have to take a look into that, see what exactly is causing it, but as you can see, it's working one hell of a lot better than what it was. Always iterations. So, thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a great day, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye.